Hey guys, D1sco here, and today I'm finally reacting to the Dragon Ball Xenoverse free gameplay, gameplay, closer look. Now I'm kind of nervous about this because I've seen a lot of people. So a lot of people have been saying something about a transformation timer, but at the same time, I've seen a small group of people say that it might actually be like a countdown until another transformation unlocks. Then I've seen some posts online from people that have gone to play the game early because they actually were able to go and had one by them. Of they've been bringing the developers have been bringing the beta version of the game essentially to various areas across America. Almost, I believe, like half of them are in California, though, for some reason. But they bring the game all over so people could play like sort of a demo version. And I've seen a little bit of news from there, and I think a lot of people, and what I've seen some people say that got to play the that sort of demo beta version, has actually kind of intrigued me about the game. Some of the ideas going into Xenoverse 3 here compared to 2 and even 1. I like 1, but I've always felt like 2 was such a huge upgrade. And I'm hoping that Xenoverse 3 will be yet again another huge upgrade, but we'll find out. I've kind of hold off doing this video for a bit. I don't know what happened, but it shot me about 4 minutes ahead, so let me fix that real quick. Yes. This is my game of the year for 2027, or yeah, 2027 already. As in, like, this is the game I'm most anticipated for. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Yeah, I think that trailer was like a month later or something. Or at least one where they showed off this city a little bit more. Yeah, which makes sense. They're still revealing stuff. Mm-hmm. Dan. There's my boy. Dirty fireworks. Go. Super Saiyan. Ooh, Kaioken. Looks like you can put Kaioken on top of Super Saiyan. That's interesting. Them showing that off is interesting. It looked to me like he literally did the Goku Nappa thing where you like do the combo and then he holds Nappa up by one arm and then like tosses him lightly. The reason why I think that is so crazy is because the only way in Xenoverse 2 to give yourself Kaioken on top of, say, Super Saiyans 1, 2, 3, Blue Vault, whatever, is certain moves are from the Kaioken version of Goku. Like certain Kamehamehas. There's a couple super attacks that will do it. I believe there's at least one or two ultimate attacks that'll do it also, where just due to how they made the move work, you actually technically transform into Kaioken for a second to do the combo, but it doesn't like. But the way that they do it, the Kaioken aspect doesn't affect your CAC, so you don't lose health or ki or anything. You just happen to go it, I guess, for a visual and a cool visual effect for the move. And I'm sure to some extent the move probably hits harder than like some other equivalents, maybe where you don't have the Kaioken. But them showing off Kaioken on top of Super Saiyan like they did is really interesting to me because canonically you can't put Kaioken on top of Super Saiyan. That's just not possible in the canon of of Dragon Ball. So it's interesting that you can seemingly do that in Xenoverse 3 here. But let's see what else they have to show. Ooh. Oh, a female Earthling. That's cool. Okay, so I noticed this the character selection screen here is already different. Um, a lot of us are curious about how they're gonna do like a big roster, and I know I saw somewhere online of the director talking about that. It seemed like the director's aware that people like that, or at least we're used to it. And some people do like it, of course. Some people don't, but I think some. But people like it, people don't like it. Personal preference, but yeah, so I believe the developer, like the lead director of the game, has stated that I believe you will be able to play as other characters. Like, they'll have something similar to the other Xeno games where you can just pick, say, Goku if you want to be Goku to go in. But this is cool. So I see they still have the same Pentagon thing for stats. It looks a little bit different in this game, of course, but I see they still have that. Um, but yeah, this is interesting so far. There's the Saiyan. JH, huh? Okay. So Koa's a robot. It's with you. Okay. So, so unlike Xenoverse 1 and 2, then we actually have like a space to ourselves. Interesting. Because Xenoverse 1 and 2, you don't. I guess you technically have one in those games, but you never see it, if that makes sense. Like Xenoverse 1, especially, you never see it. You just run around Toki Toki City, but you never really get like an idea of like living spaces and stuff. Xenoverse 2, because it's a bigger map, of course, but also like with Kantan City is also a hodgepodge of various places in the settings. Like we have, Grandpa Gohan's house, right? They're in the woods. That's technically there. We have sort of a version of like, I don't know if Orange City is the right city, but we have technically but like that should well, but they have sort of a version of like one of the bigger cities in Dragon Ball in City, like right, by the Gohan house. And then you of course have the mushroom area, and then you have sort of the area that looks like Namek, which is where like all the Frieza instructors are and whatnot. So it's just I really like this map because I believe it's supposed to be like a very futuristic version of West City, which is cool. But it's really nice that you'll have your own personal space. So sort of in addition to working on your characters and trying to be like main story and whatever and parallel quests or the equivalent this game might have or PvP stuff or whatever. It's cool that you also have like a little space that you can customize and whatnot, and also just like kind of live in.
Let's step outside and get into the action. Outside, a whole city is waiting to be explored.
Yeah.
This will also serve as your online hub.
Okay.
And play with other players.
Oh, okay,
It
cool.
looks like Gamma 1 already has a mission for us. Now let's take a look at a complete mission playthrough.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
This quest takes place in the glacier area, where you
Okay.
fight Frieza Force soldiers and other opponents.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool that they're showing off some of the other races. So, like, we have a female Majin now. We can see the, I guess Frieza race as the universe 1 and 2 call it. I'm assuming that's the male human. So the map, it's already different. Like the way the map looks and stuff is really high quality. So, I don't know. It just feels different already than 2 does. One thing I kind of hope they do, because this is something that I really enjoyed about Xenoverse 1 and 2, is you had the option to play online or offline. So you didn't have to play with other people, you could, but you didn't have to. You could play by yourself with bots.
Other great Seiya squad members, including Brett, and together they'll push through several combat encounters.
So I'm curious how this one will be. Okay.
Let's pause.
Mission boss now. Interesting.
The most important features are your health and team information in the upper left.
So that's kind of like Xenoverse 2
You
then.
can see controls indicating how to combine rush attacks and heavy attacks into combos.
Okay.
Based on your battle style, your moves and combos will change. You can see the differences between our default Saiyan and Earth
Yeah.
One has the attacks and combos of Vegeta, and the other
Yeah.
one uses Goku's moves.
Yeah. They're definitely different.
You can also see trackers for your super attacks, ultimate
Okay.
attacks,
Okay.
soul assist, and soul switch.
Soul assist. Soul
These
switch.
abilities are the
Okay.
fulcrum points that shift the balance of battle in your favor. Super attacks come in multiple types with secondary effects,
Okay.
while ultimate attacks
Interesting.
deliver heavier, more cinematic attacks once their gauge is filled. As
Cool.
you can see, all these attacks have a cooldown, so you need to use them at the right moment. Here we can see our player's ultimate attack is ready to activate.
Right.
Let's use it. It's long range with a wide hit area.
Nappa.
Soften up this
Nice.
new group of enemies. Ki is at the center of every fight.
Yes.
Controlling your own ki while pressuring your opponent is vital to success in battle.
That makes
You
sense.
can drain your opponent's ki in several ways. Light attack combos and heavy charge attacks could do the job. But
Right.
using ki drain type super attacks would be even more efficient to drain their ki to zero and cause a ki break to your opponent. They become wide open for a devastating break smash.
The key break sounds like stamina. Seems like this game's equivalent to Xenoverse 2 stamina break, because in Xenoverse 2, if you like try to do certain like super attacks or ultimate attacks, or if you're trying to do like, or if you're blocking and they do like the guard break, when it like when your opponent breaks you, your stamina goes down, like down to zero, and you have these red bars that kind of fill up, and for that time you're kind of just, you're not fully a sitting duck, but you kind of are if they're comboing you, because without stamina you can't Z vanish right out of it, and you can't like really block or anything, so you just kind of get, so unfortunately when you get stamina broken in Xenoverse 2, you just kind of have to sit there and take it. And it seems to me like this key break that seems to be, again, this game's equivalent, but also like not equivalent. It seems a little bit different in this game, of course, which makes sense because it's a new game, but it seems similar in the sense that it does break, that they do just become
Causing more
sitting
damage than
ducks.
standard super attacks.
Okay. So I'm assuming breaking kind of means you deal more damage. This game kind of gives me Kakarot vibes a little bit with some of the fighting. I
It's
like the
time for the
idea
main
of
event.
stage bosses. Oh,
Mission
God,
Boss.
Broly.
This team is up against Broly from Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, apparently. I need to play this with Orange. That would be cool. Oh, he grabbed you.
The battle is at its peak,
Man, he is
so use
whooping.
the environment when you can to block attacks and save your ki. Soul Assist lets Dragon Ball characters support you directly in battle.
Oh,
Once the
okay.
assist
Interesting.
gauge is filled, you can call in a Soul Assist to create
So that's
an
what
immediate
that
advantage.
blue
In this
one
video,
is.
the default
Oh,
Saiyan
okay.
character can call on Trunks, while the default Earthling character can call on Vegeta.
Interesting.
It's a tough sequence of fights, but if you or an ally gets knocked out, they can be revived by another team member staying at their side for a while.
Okay.
Let's look again at our Earthling character.
Okay.
When the potential meter reaches its maximum, you can trigger a soul switch
Potential
and
meter,
switch to the
okay.
Dragon Ball character of your choice. In
Nice.
this video, the Earthling player shifts into future Trunks.
Nice.
This ability sharply boosts your combat performance with faster super attack cooldowns and character-specific abilities.
Okay, so it sounds like they wanted, the way I know a lot of us kind of understood it is that thing when you turn into the other characters is to like supposed to be like a transformation. A lot of people I think were worried that that would be like a forced fully upon you thing, and a lot of people's takeaway, either, I don't know if it has anything to do with the demo or not, but I know I've seen a lot of people's takeaways of that be that it won't be kind of forced upon you, which I remember seeing a lot of people like, enjoyed that it wasn't like a forced upon you mechanic that they did. But yeah, like it makes sense to me that they would want it to, have effects that like make you want to use it. So it's kind of cool because this game does have the big controversy, one of the big sort of controversies around this game in the sense of like dividing fans has been the cooldowns. I'm kind of indifferent on it at the moment because I have yet to like experience the game for myself. So I'm kind of just been withholding judgment because I don't really know and I can only gauge it so well in videos and whatnot. But that's really cool that you get, faster cooldowns and also it seems like your strength and
Turn
whatnot
to the
is a
soul
little bit
switch.
different.
There is awakening.
Okay.
In this video, the Saiyan character can awaken into a Super Saiyan. This feature allows players to transform into more powerful forms based on the race of their choice, granting
Right.
bonuses and power for a limited time.
Okay.
And when it's all said and done, the last thing to do is celebrate. Your team will receive
Nice.
plenty of rewards for their efforts, allowing you to grow stronger, customize your character, and prepare for even greater challenges ahead. Your
Nice.
connection to Dragon Ball characters unlocks endless possibilities.
Get 'em, team. Yeah.
Adapts to any
Oh,
battle,
that's kind of
whether you're
cool.
facing countless enemies or a single overwhelming opponent.
I'm excited for this game.
And that's just the start of what's new in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3.
Right.
There's also a whole new world and future to
Sword.
discover. So much more will be revealed, so stay tuned. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Wishlist now.
Nice. I'm happy I finally watched it. Yeah, there was a gameplay live stream. I don't, I haven't, didn't of course do that one because of how long it is, and I really just wanted to see like the gameplay. And the way I kind of understood things was this shorter trailer was the gameplay. I think the live stream itself, I don't know, maybe I'll do that in the future. I'm not sure yet, but I believe that had like a lot more that one. I think they didn't like show too much off, and I think I don't know if they talked about anything else. Maybe I'll do. I don't know what's in it, of course. But yeah, I'm happy I saw the gameplay trailer finally. So one big misconception I don't know, and I believe it has something to do with the live stream because they didn't really show it very well in this, or at least I didn't notice it if it did. But one big controversy I've seen was this gameplay, and again, in the sense of something they did that's divided fans, is a lot of people hate the fact that seemingly the transformations have a cooldown, but and I believe people that have played the demo have confirmed that it is in fact a cooldown, but like when it was just this trailer in the live stream, I remember a lot of people speculating that it was a cooldown, but there was a couple of people that were actually thinking it was a cooldown so you could transform higher. It sounds like it will in fact just be a cooldown on the transformation overall. But one cool thing about the transformations in this game that I want to point out because I saw the numbers online is that every transfer, so Super Saiyan 1 in this game, Xenoverse 3, people have done the demo and I've kind of done the math. Um, it's stronger by about, I think, 10%. It's like something like 10% stronger, something based on like percentages and stuff. Stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Evolved in Xenoverse 2 is. So transformations are a bigger deal in this game in the sense that they deal more damage. I saw someone who said that when they played the demo, they did try out Super Saiyan 3, and as you can see, there's Super Saiyan 3 on a CAC right here in someone's playthrough. And that Super Saiyan 3 was 70% stronger than the base character in Xenoverse 3, which I guess is like a huge, which is a huge number, and I'm sure like transformations, as we saw like in the trailer, it fully heals you and whatnot, in addition to the to the stat upgrades. So it's kind of a crazy thing. It makes you wonder if we do get things like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, the Super Saiyan Blues, Ultra Ego potentially, assuming the anime comes back quickly enough. Super Saiyan 4 potentially, which I know is a thing a lot of people want, myself included. That these transformations would be like ridiculously, strong, but would probably have very slow cooldown. Like times you could be in the transformations, but it makes you wonder kind of how they'll do things. And I'm sure we'll find out as we, continue to get closer to release. I'm sure they'll reveal more. I'm sure we'll see more. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell, do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps out a lot. It means a lot to us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Boom.